Dollar. Dirt on money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We're back. What you tapping me for?
Nothing. I'm just.
What you doing?
I'm not tapping you.
You did tap me. You
I
laid
bumped
tap me.
you by accident.
That wasn't by accident because it was a doom.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm
what's
sorry.
up?
I'm sorry.
Good. Welcome back, man. If you haven't got the 411 already, hey, we're in a new spot. Again, this is a new area, new location, same spot, just a new recording area.
Yeah.
So y'all bear with us as we get the quality and everything. We're trying to make sure we get everything properly situated for you guys. It might take a little longer.
Yeah.
But just know we're working on it to make sure everything is perfect for you.
Yeah.
But today we got Ronda. We got Sunny V2. Why people are laughing at Ronda Rousey? I did see Ronda Rousey's failure. I did see people talk about it recently on social media. I don't know if you have came across it.
I haven't. I'm looking at the title like, oh, what's going on?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I just I came across it sometime last week. I want to say.
I be so clueless to everything.
I know you do.
Like I be in my own bubble. I really don't be knowing
But
what's going on.
On the real, outside this video, I ain't really feel the need to like say anything to you.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't even get the gist of why. So we finna learn
we'll
today.
Find out.
But before we get into it, always make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go, man. You want the first part? All you gotta do is check out down below. We got links. We got the Patreon. The Patreon is gonna be booming, y'all. Especially now, since we're able to like really pump out content.
Yeah.
The way we want to. A lot of stuff that we cannot put on YouTube. Yeah. As far as like TV shows and stuff, we will be reacting to that over there on the Patreon. So y'all go tune in and tap in. But also, if you enjoyed today's video,
knock it in with a thumbs up.
But with that being said, let's hop into it, man. Let's check it out. Again, it's why people are laughing at Ronda Rousey's failure. Let's go.
She might have 17 million followers, but with only a couple thousand likes per post, it's safe to say Ronda Rousey has only a few active fans. Through hypocrisy, a massive ego, and undeniable delusion, Ronda Rousey has become one of the most unlikable athletes ever, recently wrecking her final career opportunity and sparking a mass exodus of social media followers. So why are people so happy to see her fail? Well, arrogance, that's why.
What makes me so confident that I can win is I'm the greatest fighter in the world.
Now, in the beginning, Ronda's arrogant statements were at least partially justified. She'd spent 4 years winning every fight available, although there was one massive issue. 9 out of her 12 fights were won using the exact same move, submission via armbar. Fans would therefore label Ronda a one-trick pony, because while being extremely skilled at armbars, she was seriously lacking in other MMA areas. As far back as 2012, people wrote, "Does anyone else think Ronda Rousey is greatly overrated? Her striking game is almost non-existent. Is she a good judoka? Absolutely. Is she a good mixed martial artist? Not at all."
And Ronda had a very limited approach. She didn't kick, and she wasn't necessarily the most skillful boxer. She didn't really have a tremendous amount of experience.
Her lack of striking ability has since been featured in compilations such as this one, while people were even commenting at her peak, "Anytime I need inspiration, I watch her hit a heavy bag or shadow box. If she can make it to the UFC with that sloppy garbage, then anything is possible." Despite her obvious weak spots, Ronda maintained her arrogance.
I know the level my striking is at, and that's one of the advantages that I have is they don't really know.
Which even extended to her personal life.
I really wouldn't want to waste any time on a guy that is easily intimidated by me. I mean, there's more intimidating things in life than me, so if that stopped you already, then you're just saving my time.
Although there was no better example of arrogance than her 12th and final.
But I say this, most people would be a little arrogant, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I won that many fights the way she has. A lot of people would be arrogant.
I guess
and if it works, it works.
I mean, yeah, but I guess you can be confident in knowing that you are good or great at what you do or whatever the case. But when you start getting arrogant, that's when a lot of things start going downhill. It's a difference for me.
But when I can't, but I also say,
or being boastful about it, I guess.
I'll also say in the factor of the armbar trick, it works. It works. You can't get mad at somebody for doing something that works. And if it was like, if it's that big of a problem, do something about it and beat me. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something about it. What beat me?
Especially like if you know that that's like the one trick that she does to win majority of the fights, and you already know what you're going into. Then, like,
but she did end up start losing, so
yeah.
So.
An all UFC win. Egotistical look on her face, as if she couldn't be beaten by anyone. Ronda refused to show even the smallest bit of humility, and as explained by one of the comments, this was probably the worst thing that could have happened to Rousey. This fight was her downfall as it made her far too confident in her bad striking, and she never felt the need to improve anything, which was especially bad given her next opponent was Holly Holm, a 19-time boxing world champion. In the lead up to their fight, Holly was humble and extremely kind.
As far as Ronda's performances, not just some of them have been impressive, all of them have been impressive. So, I mean, nobody can argue with that.
While Ronda was extremely rude, maintaining that nobody could ever beat her.
Beating Holly Holmes is definitely in my hands, and I'm gonna do it.
Ronda's arrogance was even worse in other interviews.
I'm great at this. I'm the best at this. I'm more prepared than she is for this, and I'm gonna win on Sunday. Everyone's gonna see.
Still refusing to show a single shroud of humility.
I'm better than every other girl in every area of MMA. MMA striking is different, and I think I'm the best at it.
When the day of their fight finally came, Holly refused, and while Ronda had just 4 weeks prior stated,
She can try and kick me in the head, but it's not gonna go like that. Not the way she wants.
this is exactly how the fight ended. Holly knocked Ronda out with a kick to the head, with Ronda's face from before and after the fight confirming she'd been completely humbled. Well, just kidding. Ronda refused to accept that Holly was simply better.
I think that it's probably just hard for her to really maybe admit that. I was just the better fighter.
And instead began to make braggy excuses for why she lost the match.
It was my 3rd title fight in 9 months, and I don't think anyone's ever even attempted that before. And that's a lot. I think the one thing that was different, I just kind of felt tired.
Ronda then tried to make the audience feel bad for her.
What am I anymore if I'm not this? And I was literally sitting there and I'm nothing. I'm like, what do I do anymore? No one gives a shit about me anymore without this.
Although the comment section wasn't having any of it. You know, Ronda's ego was so out of control and she thought herself unbeatable. She had no respect for anyone and trashed all of her opponents. She deserved to get knocked out and brought down to earth.
I wonder, like, what is her upbringing? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what is her upbringing when it comes down to like her trainers? Like, cause sometimes they do train you to have an ego like that too, and people fail to realize that sometimes your trainer do be like, "Oh, you're the best." You have like that certain swag, that cockiness about you. They be wanting you to have all that too.
Yeah, true. But then at the same time, you do have to understand that someone has to lose.
Yeah.
And you can't, like, I mean, for some people have won them all. Some, you know,
True.
at some point, like when you get like this, you may meet your match, and
You're right.
or someone that's better than you. And in this case, someone that just was a little bit more skilled than you in some areas. And that's what it was. So I don't understand, like, don't want to be like insensitive because I don't really know the full details, but I don't understand like the whole like now I want people to feel bad for you when you've done nothing but been rude to other people.
Which is true.
In an article titled "Rooting for Ronda Rousey is Tough and It Has Nothing to Do with Her Loss," ESPN highlighted that Ronda had publicly smeared Floyd Mayweather for his history of domestic violence, yet she was dating another MMA fighter who had been accused of domestic violence himself. To make matters worse, the article brought up Ronda's 2015 book, in which she talked extensively about assaulting her ex-boyfriend. She punched him in the face with a straight right, then a left hook. When he still wouldn't move, she slapped him again, then grabbed him by the neck of his hoodie, kneed him in the face, and tossed him aside on the kitchen floor. The incident ended, she said, at her car, when he tried to prevent her from driving away, and she pulled him by the neck of the hoodie again, dragged him out onto the sidewalk, and left him writhing there. This might explain why Ronda also began to claim that she could beat the male heavyweight UFC champion, stating, "You cannot tell me that it's physically impossible. It is possible that in any given moment that I could beat him. I simply believe in my possibilities. abilities. UFC fighter Ian McCall politely responded, "She's dangerous, she's good, I get it, but it's just silly." Meanwhile, on Reddit, people dunked on Ronda mercilessly. "In any given moment, under the right circumstances, I think it is possible. Sure, but armbarring a man while he is sleeping is just a dick move. But hey, it's Ronda." A different user then shared this video showing that Ronda couldn't even keep up during a sparring session, and therefore added the comment, "With this video, anyone with the deduction skills of an 8-year-old would have to say a 250-pound Kane would have as much trouble with Rousey as maybe a really angry toy poodle." Ironically, Ronda couldn't even win against those in her own division, which only became more obvious in her next fight after Holly Holm. 1 year after getting owned by Holly, her opponent, Amanda Nunes, who knocked Ronda out after only 48 seconds. Ronda's face from before.
Oh, we saw
I
that.
remember, yeah, I remember that
in the US. No, the UFC compilation joints.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I remember clips and stuff. I didn't watch the entire thing, but I remember this one.
And Nunes, who knocked Ronda out after only 48 seconds. Ronda's face from before and after the fight was again extremely poetic, with the top comment stating Holly took her to school and Amanda straight up expelled her. Such an embarrassing loss for one of the most arrogant, ungracious fighters in MMA. Love to see it. In the lead up to the fight, the media had said about Ronda,
"If she doesn't win impressively, I think this is her last fight. If she loses, I don't think we ever see her again."
Which turned out to be true, although Ronda still refused to admit that she wasn't the better fighter.
Do you think about the last couple fights? Do you think about the last fight against Amanda or Holly?
I think I'd just rather not talk about that right now.
Poor Ronda, she still can't get over those 2 losses in the UFC. You can clearly tell every time someone asks her questions about her return to MMA. She'd post a photo to her Instagram reading, "And so rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life," which turned out to be accurate, as she'd soon find another chance at repairing her public image. In January 2018, Ronda Rousey signed a full-time WWE contract.
But you're doing this full time now, right? This is your job? Full time. They got me for a multi-year deal.
And after her debut match, she was.
The problem is she shouldn't even went this route. She should have just honestly stick it out. Go train. Go get better.
Go work on your skill. Go get better, get stronger.
Enhance your skills and come back and whoop ass.
But I don't know the background or the stipulation. I don't know none of that.
But just copying out to this, it's like you running away. You get what I'm saying, like,
and that's why I said I don't really know like the full details, the backgrounds to why you decided to go this route, or is it because you're embarrassed?
And low key feel like you were a little embarrassed by the fact.
Full time. They got me for a multi-year deal.
And after her debut match, she was surprisingly loved by the audience. The Washington Post wrote, "The match exceeded expectations, with fans firmly behind Rousey, even breaking out into yes chants at points, while comments on the debut video read, 'Glad to see her smiling again. Reminds me of when she first started her MMA career. She was so genuine here. Hard to see why anyone could hate her. I'm actually excited to see her. I just hope Vince doesn't screw this up.' Although, as highlighted by a later comment reading, 'It's impressive how she managed to turn both the MMA and wrestling fan bases against her. Her WWE likability wouldn't last long.' Because the show chose to pin Ronda against an even more beloved wrestler, Becky Lynch, and as a result, Ronda was painted as the villain and booed by fans during every single match. As a part of their storyline, Becky was arrested, posting the mugshots to her Twitter where Ronda completely lost it. That's what I'm trying to do, dumbass. You hobbling around trying to be a ginger crutch ninja and taking fake prison photos in the hallway isn't helping." Becky responded with, "Keep that F word out of your mouth and concentrate on getting better at this business instead of trying to remain above it. Looking forward to seeing you real soon." Ronda then responded again stating, "F word? You mean fake? Fake like your nonsensical BS armbar that doesn't even work and just looks like you're holding the dick you wish you had," before doubling down by writing, "I don't care what the script says. I'm beating the living shit out of you the next time I see you." But while the drama seemed to have been set up by the show, Ronda continued to bash the WWE on her YouTube channel.
"It's not an act. I'm not going out there and doing their fucking act anymore. I meant that I'm going to disrespect the sport that they all love so much. It's scripted, it's made up, it's not real.
Less than a month later, WWE took Ronda off the show, yet she only continued to bash them, writing, "Anyone who is outraged by me calling pro wrestling fake fights for fun has never been in a real fight. While you all are tiptoeing around bruising some pro wrestlers' huge soft egos, no one is thinking about all the real fighters you're insulting when pretending pro wrestling is somehow on the same level of realism." Ronda then appeared on Steve-O's podcast again calling wrestling fake.
Having like fake fights for fun. I love choreography, I love acting, I love theater.
Before bravely bashing her fans.
Spending my time on energy on a bunch of fucking ungrateful fans that don't even appreciate me.
And claiming she'd never return to WWE again.
I'll never to be full-time again, over 200 days a year like that ever again.
The irony was that 3 years later, Ronda did exactly that, albeit with the attitude that she was too good to even be there. Can't speak for anyone else, but for me, it really shone through that she wasn't enjoying herself, especially with the complaints about fan reactions. She never looked like she wanted to be there and acted like pro wrestling was beneath her. Whether true or not, it's how it came off.
That's the problem. It's the ego.
Yeah, I was sitting here thinking, I was like, it's definitely the ego. And then the fact that you're talking so down on it, like us as supporters or people, the fans and stuff like that don't already know that, that a lot of stuff is, staged and, but you knew that going into it, so why talk down on it now? Like, it's weird.
Because they gave you a check. You ran off with the money.
Right?
You ain't had no problem with that, but you got a problem with
you seem like you was happy going into it. We all know what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What goes with that? What comes with it, rather.
Exactly.
Hashtag Fire Ronda Rousey therefore began to trend on Twitter, which became a reality only 4 months later, as she'd be booted from wrestling again. With almost zero career prospects, Ronda Rousey agreed to an extensive Raid Shadow Legends deal and has spent the last year writing another book, the release of which has made her a total laughingstock. Over the last month, she's promoted the book on various podcasts, leading to a Reddit post showing that 9 years later, Ronda Rousey is still making excuses for losing to Holly Holm.
My mouth guard was bad. I literally came into that fight concussed from slipping down some stairs already after all of these years of concussions, and then I had absolutely terrible weight cut, which that means you have less fluid in your brain to protect it.
Ronda then made even more excuses on Steve-O's podcast.
I have no ACL. I tore my ACL falling down that stairs 2 weeks before that fight, the home fight,
leading to some pretty.
No way.
That's what she said. She tore. Girl, no, you did.
No, you did. Because you wouldn't even been out there.
You wouldn't have been in that ring, baby.
You probably pulled something, but you ain't. Or did the fall? Yeah. But turn the ACL and then go in a fight. There's no way. Now MCL.
Who would prove that?
Nah, even with an MCL, like a MCL strain,
nah. Be sitting.
Yeah.
I tore my ACL falling down that stairs 2 weeks before that fight, the home fight.
Leading to some pretty funny comments such as, tore my ACL, had a concussion, bad weight cut, I had bubble guts, my car wouldn't start, my dog ate my homework, and I've had scoliosis since I was 3. So yeah, didn't really lose, did I? Ironically, Ronda also stated this.
I'm the greatest fighter that has ever lived because I've never been faster, never been stronger, never had a better grasp of the game. I've never been so much better than everybody else.
Yet when Steve-O kindly offered props to Logan Paul, Ronda Rousey refused to accept it.
How about Logan Paul? Like him or dislike him, that dude is a performer.
Yeah. He's great on the mic. He does a great job on the mic. But I mean, I wish that I was allowed the time to rehearse that he gets, because it's not evenly spread. It's frustrating that like everybody doesn't get that treatment.
Ronda is jealous that Logan is already a better wrestler than she ever was.
I think she might be unhappy with how her run in the WWE went, but I don't know anything really about that.
It seems Ronda Rousey has burned every bridge she could possibly burn, which when combined with her complete lack of fans, makes it highly likely her career is done and dusted.
That's her own fault.
I'm so confused. Yeah.
That's her own fault at the end of the day. Like, you can't do half of the stuff you I don't know, man.
I'm just sitting here. I'm like, is it that hard for you to just, be nice, be,
humble,
just be, genuine, authentic, and I don't understand why you have to be so like cocky and arrogant and not give people, props, or they just do. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people are though. Sorry, y'all. But a lot of people are cocky and arrogant, especially once they start succeeding for real in whatever career or fashion they might be in.
Yeah.
A lot of people get cocky and arrogant, and I think that's part of one reason why so many people downfall.
Yeah.
And have downfalls the way they do is because the arrogance level is just like on top tier, and I don't know,
but yeah.
I wish the best for her.
Yeah, I can't blame anyone else. All the excuses won't change anything. So
True. Yeah. All the excuses won't change the fact still took the L.
Yeah.
You still took the L, so hey. I don't know. But hey, man, y'all spam us up in the comments, man. Again, we're open to criticism.
Yes, we are.
Constructive criticism. If you got any suggestions or recommendations, feel free to spam them up in the comment section for us, man. Let us know what we could improve on, and what you like. If you like it or not, let us know that too. But hey, man, until next time, man. As always, I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kiddity.
We out, y'all.
No time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me.